The session is recording now. So the continuation part of yesterday, Minikube setup is successfully did on Mahesh's system. Okay. So Mahesh, can you please unmute and you can explain? So what we did yesterday. So I think after reboot, we wait for a long time and you're not joined back and we disconnect the session. Okay. So can you please run the command Minikube status on the server? So when we run the Minikube status, Minikube will be finding out what are the configuration, what is the architecture and services, main services, that services whether running or stopped, that will show you. Please wait. It will fetch the information. I think your command is wrong actually. Minikube, you have written that. Minikube. Press Control Z or maybe Control C and you can type the correct command. What happened, Mahesh? మీరు అన్మ్యూట్ చేయండి. Gopi, am I audible?
Yeah, I think it's his issue with some Teams. He's typing some message now. It seems something issue with Teams. Yes, you are audible. It's my screen visible something.
Okay. I think he is on mute, right?
Yeah,
So now he typed the correct command. Let's wait for the results. So type host kubelet kube config API server status. It will show you. So after that, we will be configuring the manifest file and we will create a pod. Perfect. See guys, this is a Minikube will display that information. Okay. Type control plane, a host running, kubelet running, API server running, kube configuration also configured. So perfectly lab is running fine. And my suggestion is you can create a separate directory for creating of a manifest file. So not into the Windows System 32. So go to cd dot dot enter and again cd dot dot enter and you can type cd space users enter. So now can type dir enter. So your username is user, right? Yeah. So can please click start and you can check that. Can you click start and you can check that? What is the username? User. Okay, fine. Good. Okay. So then go back to the command cd space user, cd space user. Now here we can create a one file. So from this location, you can create a directory name called mkdir space minikube. You can type like that. Mkdir can directory name is minikube. Hit enter. Perfect. So what you can do, go to that particular directory location from the GUI, not in the command line. From the GUI, you can directly go to File Explorer, Users, User, Minikube. No, no, not that one. Normal folder is there. Yeah, open it. And now right click, open Git Bash. Perfect. So now what we are going to do in this, we're going to create one AML file, that is a manifest file, to create a pod by using the manifest file method. Okay. So previously in the um, EKS, by using the AWS console, I have shown how to create a pod concepts. Now this is a manifest file. By using that, how we need to create that I'm explaining here. Okay. So parallelly, you are understanding that setting up the own cluster set, own Kubernetes environment also. Okay, that you have understand. You can type ls. You can type ls and hit enter. No files, no directories are available in this Minikube. You are going to create a new file name called nginx-pod.yml. Any name you can give, not a problem. You can type vi editor, vi space nginx, nginx hyphen pod, because of pod creation we are doing. That's the reason pod I'm giving dot yml. It's a YAML script. Hit enter. It opens with the editor. So here, the editor, we need to write our script. So press I for insert. Press I for insert. Now can start writing the code. So don't any Nginx manifest file. You can give like that if you want. Nginx manifest file. So maybe you can type like that. Nginx pod creation with the manifest YAML file. You can give like that, your wish. Okay, Nginx pod creation with manifest YAML file. The next line is, so we need to set the structure for the manifest. The first one will be API version. Okay, API version. So always we have start with the name with the lower cases, no capital letters. Listen, Mahesh. Okay, so API version, it's a two different words. When we're giving that key and value pair, the key either is a single word or multiple words. If it is a single word, all the letters you need to make it in a small letters, lower cases. In case if it's a two words, we need to give followed by first word and second word without any space. Even you don't give any hyphens or underscore anything, you should not use it. API version is two different words, but we conjunction when we are word into the AML file, when you're writing the manifest file, the first word should be completely lowercase only. The next word, the starting letter is capital one. So here API version, API small, and version V is a capital without space. That's correct. And colon and give space. The value we are giving. So the value will be V1. So V should be small and can give 1. So when we are giving the versions, it should be a small letter. Hit enter. And the next one is a kind. So already we have seen that API creation. So what is meaning of kind? Kind is a pod. Okay. Kind. KIND kind colon space pod. P is a capital one. Space, you can give some space. One space you can give. P is a pod. Okay. Yeah. Next, metadata. The configuration file detail information, metadata, colon, enter. So in that metadata, we have given the multiple values. So that's why we have to go for next enter, and we can give the indentation. Indentation means 2 space you can provide that, 2 spaces, 1 and 1. Okay, right. So name equals to, that means name colon. What are the name you are declaring that you can give the name. So Nginx hyphen pod. So here there is no capital and small. Better you can use always small in the name of the metadata, whatever you're providing it. Nginx hyphen pod. Here we can give hyphens and all. Next, so under the metadata, name is already declared. So we don't have any other options to provide it. So then spec. So spec means specifications. Colon. In the specifications, we have a subcategories are there. So go for next line, give indentation. We are creating the containers, right? Okay, we are creating container. Which container we are creating? Nginx container we are creating. So in the Nginx container, Nginx application will be running. So all the configuration we need to do it here. So not only we are creating one container, we are creating multiple containers based on the scenario. So now we can give containers. The key is a value is a container colon enter. So like that below in the container, multiple values we can declare. So like a list. So like a image 1, image 2, image 3, like that we can give that. So when you're giving that under container, this should be a separate category. We need to give hyphen, then space, then you can start giving the image name. So under the container C కంటే ముందు ఉంది కదా, సి దగ్గర హైఫన్ ఇవ్వండి, సి కింద హైఫన్ ఇవ్వండి, సికి కింద అండి, ఎన్కి కిందగా సికి కింద స్పేస్ image and colon space Nginx. So the image is Nginx. So it will communicate to hub.docker.com and it will download the Nginx Docker file to this location and create the image and to run the application. I already told you, right? Hub.docker.com, if you go there and lot of images are available, when we give the image name, it will get downloaded. So that's the meaning of it. And after you downloading, what is the name you need to configure to this application? So enter under image, you need to start with automatically when you hit enter, automatically starts with the below I only name. The image name we are providing name colon space Nginx hyphen app. So enter below. So this application running on which ports? So maybe one port or two ports, different applications, different ports are there nowadays. Ports you can give. If it is a single port means you can give directly port equal to number. If you have multiple ports means you can give ports colon below. Inside that multiple ports like a different purpose we are using. So the purpose means again we have to give hyphen space hyphen and hyphen space container port colon space 80. Maybe what are the ports you can provide it. Okay. This is a web app. Port number is 80. Okay. Now you can press escape. Press escape. Colon WQ exclamatory mark. Perfect. So whether whatever the code you are written, the script, whether it's saved or not, we need to check carefully. We can type. No, no, wait, wait, wait. Don't open. Don't open. So please minimize. Minimize. So type cat command, cat space, hit a tab, hit a tab. Okay, Nginx pod XML, hit enter. It will show whatever you written. It's perfectly, it's updated or not. Okay. Yeah, it is available now. Now we need to create a pod. We need to create a pod. So with the command, so the command is kubectl space apply space hyphen f space hit a tab. Nginx pod, whatever the name is already, it will come. That's why I'm using tab. Okay. Now hit enter. Now here pod is creating. So error server bad request error when creating pod XML. Pod version v1 cannot be handled as a pod. Strict. What is it? అది కనబడట్లేదు నాకు. Strict porta. Strict decoding error and a specific container port. Okay, we can check that. Sorry, I'm speaking on mute. App version, API version v1. Can you give 1.0? Can you give 1.0? 1.0. Now you can save the file, escape, colon, WQ, enter. Now you can run the command. Wait. Resource mapping not found, Nginx pod specific from Nginx pod YML. No matches kind pod in version. Can you please copy the error and you can paste it on the chat? Copy the error code completely, first line and second line. You can paste it on the chat. What they're telling is it is not matching the pod and the version. So maybe what is the version number nowadays? Okay, thank you. Can you check that Google? The same error. Okay, do one thing, Mahesh. We can change a small code on that. Hmm? Hmm. Can you please better can open that file with a notepad plus plus. I think you already have a notepad plus plus in your system. Huh? Right click and open with the notepad plus plus. Okay, so can you remove that first line? The first line you can remove it. First line means Nginx. The first line you have given, right? You can remove it completely. Give some, don't give any space. Okay. API version V1, right? Okay. Dot zero, you can remove it. Dot zero, you can remove it. So kind is pod, metadata under that name is there. Okay, metadata is name. You can just give Nginx only. You can remove the hyphen pod. Hmm. Then spec under that name of metadata. One more line you can add. Okay. Labels. 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 Okay. Under that you can give enter space hyphen space indentation app colon node app, or maybe you can give Nginx. Nginx. Perfect. Then spec, right? Spec. So spec under that containers spelling is correct, right? After that, so containers hyphen image. Image is Nginx. That's correct. And the name is okay. So you can give that colon Nginx hyphen app, right? Nginx hyphen app, right? You can give colon V1, colon V1. Nginx hyphen app colon V1. Okay. Then ports equal to container port. Can you check the Google? What is the Nginx port number in Google? Nginx port number ante. 8080. So 8080 you can provide it. Now can save the file. Now can save the file and close here. Only this window you can close it. Now can run the command. kubectl. Enter. Error from bad request error when creating pod version window cannot be handled as a pod. Strict decoding error. Spec containers port registry number. Can we change to capital V? Can we change to capital V? V1 లో capital V చేయండి. Now can save and close and can run once again. Okay, wait. I think something was fixed, right? అక్కడ so previously the version V1 cannot handle the pod error, so that we have resolved it. Now the error cannot be mapping the found Nginx namespace from Nginx pod.xml. No matches for kind of pod in version V1. Ensure CRD are installed first. Can you copy this error now? Copy this error and paste on the chat. లాస్ట్ టైం ఒక ఫైల్ మీకు పంపించాను గుర్తుందా మహేష్? చాట్లో. యూ రిమెంబర్? ఒక యామెల్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ ఫైల్ పంపించాను గుర్తుందా? Yeah, the pods.yml file. Yeah, you can download that file, right? Download the file. Can you please right click on open? Okay. Can you please copy this entire data? Copy this entire data. Panchestara. Yeah, you can copy this entire data and you can go to the location. You can go to the location. No, no, no. Go to the location means, yeah, like that. Perfect. Now can create one file name called pod.xml. Create one file. Right click new and notepad file. Pod.xml. Sorry, pod.yml. Sorry, pod.yml. YAML file, right? Okay. Now still it is showing is go to view, go to view, go to view, and select the file extension. The right side file extension is there. You can check that. And you can remove the .txt, rename. No, 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 no. Rename. Last second option. .txt can please remove it. Enter. Yes. Now can right click and edit with the Notepad++ and paste the code. Now, before that chart is there now, you can copy it. Okay, now can save the file. Now can go to the command prompt and you can create a pod. So now can remove the name and hit enter. Okay, so now pod is created successfully. Okay, now the pod is successfully created. So what is the next step we need to do is, and we need to check that the pods are created successfully or not. Clear the screen first. Clear the screen first. And run the command kubectl space get pods. Kubectl get pods. Enter. See guys, Node app successfully created 47 seconds ago. There's a less than 1 minute. The creating. A container is creating actually. The status should be running. Okay. So because it takes some time because of it's less than a minute, right? So it takes some time. So you can check the status is container creating. Huh? So please wait for some time. Now again run the same command kubectl get pods. Still it's creating. Please wait. Suppose you want to get more information about this particular pod. Okay. kubectl describe kubectl space describe pod space nginx hyphen pod. I think pod space pod name is node app, right? This pod name is node app, right? You can type node app without space. Enter. It will show the detailed information about the pod. So where it is created, what is the configuration, okay? The complete detailed information it will show here. Understand? So still status is pending. Okay. So this is the way we will creating the pods through command line with the manifest file, and we're creating the pods with the help of directly from the EKS. I hope so. EK is best, right? Huh? EK is best, right? When you're creating it. Suppose number of pods servers we created in the EKS environment, okay, from the AWS environment. So what we need to do, what we need to do with that particular pod, so we can run our applications. So already here some applications are running. So going forward, we'll take some small configuration file, and that configuration file we keep it in the source code management. That file we need to pull out and ask to build a package. That file we need to deploying on the Docker, and the Docker will be creating through Kubernetes pod. This structure we will create in next 2 days. So once you complete this task, you can take any project and you can build like this. And finally, you need to increase the number of servers by using the auto scaling. So go to AWS account, please, Mahesh. Go to AWS account. Previously, we have set up the same environment with the EKS model. So how it will be. So guys, Kubernetes is a open source. Anybody can take and you can change your name and you can do it. Okay. So such way, Minikube also developed. So like that, many services are available. If you want, you can download the source code and you can change the name and you can do it. Okay. So example, Mahesh wants to create a um, uh, Kubernetes. Okay. So he will be creating like a Mahecube, like that. You can create the name and you can sell, but commands are same. kubectl commands are same. Okay. Now can go to the region and go to EC2 instances. I'll show you. In the last time when you creating the cluster was the cluster is created, right? Based on the cluster, even auto scaling group also created. If you want to increase the number of servers, where we need to increase, I'll show you. So this is Elastic Kubernetes Services and cluster and the node configurations already did. So I think you did in the Mumbai location or any other location. Hello. Did you created previously EKS cluster on your account? You can ping me on the chat. I think that day Gopi was created, I think so. Gopi మీరేనా క్రియేట్ చేసింది EKS క్లస్టర్ ని?
నైస్ రాజేష్. అంటే
ఏదైనా
మహేష్ కూడా క్రియేట్ చేశాడు.
చేశారు కదా? యా.
ఓకే. ఐ ఫర్ మీ విత్ creating getting error ET2 limited.
Okay, fine. Right. So if you are sharing your screen, Gopi, I can able to explain how to increase the number of instances in the cluster. Are you ready to share your screen?
Yeah, yeah.
You please share your screen. When the cluster we created 111 server, you created minimum, maximum. Recommendation is 11 server we created. So, but in case if you want more number of servers, we can increase the cluster sizing. So from the Amazon EC2 console, I'll show you the concept. That's very important for you.
Yeah, are you able to see my screen?
Yes. In the left side, we have, okay. Okay, this is the cluster, right? It is active. It's 1.27. If you open the cluster EKS, here we have a compute section is there. In the compute section, we have a nodes are available.
Yeah, we
Okay.
deleted another day notes now.
Okay, I think so. It's a chargeable.
Yeah.
I recommended to delete it. Okay. Suppose if you're creating a new node, so can you please create a new node, right? So everybody can understand. Huh? No, ikkade cheyandi. Ikkade cheyandi. So add node group. Yes. So can give the name.
So already one is there.
Cluster node 1. Scroll down. So below we have a launch template option is there. If you have any template is ready-madely available, you can use the template, you can create it. Okay. So can please select that use launch template from the EC2 console. If you have any templates are there, if you click the drop down list, you can use the template LC. Otherwise, you can disable this option. So mostly in real-time environment, we will create some one Linux operating system with all the prerequisites we installed, and we creating a template, and the template we will be adding here, all the customized settings. Okay. And all these labels and all your wish. If you want to create a tags or dates, if you want to create the next, once you click the next here, it will ask, hey, what is the computer options and all. So here I'm selecting Amazon Linux 2 operating system on demand T3 medium 20 GB size. We are selecting that and scroll down. So here the node group size will be 111 we are setting. So right now these settings will be applicable in the AWS cluster. Okay, AWS cluster. So the now number of percentage will be only one node we are creating. Click on next. And whatever the network groups we are enabled, only that particular network groups are we need to select here. Click on next. And finally, you need to review and create a node under the cluster. So this will create a node configuration. It's a pod. Pod will create it. Now parallelly, you can open the duplicate tab, go to EC2 console and show me. So one EC2 instance will get created parallelly. Go to EC2 console, go to instances. So I think you can please remove the filter. So now there is a one machine is creating. Okay. T3 medium. I know that because of just now check that is a T3 medium only. The T3 medium instance is creating now. So scroll down in the left side. We have option called auto scaling groups is there. Auto scaling groups. You please select the auto scaling groups. And this is a cluster group now. So now this is actually auto scaling cluster. Okay. So whenever you want, you can modify your settings as well. So scroll up, scroll up. So here edit settings are 111 is showing, right? Here desired capacity, minimum capacity, maximum capacity is showing, right? In case if you want to increase the number of servers to the higher level because of to managing the load, you don't want to touch anything. You can directly come to EC2 console and you can find out the cluster name, EKS cluster node 1. The remaining names are will be some, you cannot remember. The first EKS cluster node 1 up to whatever you given the cluster node, the same name will be there. You can find out. After that, you can come here and the details, you can click edit in the right side. The right side, we have option called edit. Can you please click edit? Can you please, for a changing number 222, what we'll see, whether this number of servers will get increasing or not, we can see that. Okay, click update and go back to the EC2 console. So the cluster server is created only one, but right now we are updated to two, right? So now it will create one additional machine. Okay. So can you please refresh the screen? So see, second machine is creating. Like that, if we increasing the number of servers, automatically increasing the number of application servers will be getting more. So these all are Docker services. So that means containers. So container is nothing but instance only. Okay. So inside that instance, multiple applications will be running on the container. So these containers are managing through Kubernetes services. So complete orchestration will be managing will be through Kubernetes services. You understand how the
Yeah.
configuration is going now? Padma, Rajareddy, Khalid,
Yes, sir.
clear, right?
Yes, sir.
So finally, we have prepared one proper structure. So next, couple of applications when we deploy. So then we have understand, okay, this is the way real-time environment they set up. This is the way the real-time applications are delivered through Docker environment that we will see. Okay. So next to Gopi, next time you want to do that, don't delete the cluster. So make it 000. Okay.
Zero is not there, I think.
Huh?
Zero is not available.
Can you please check that?
It's
Make it 0. Update.
okay. Then what is happening?
So wait for at least 2 to 3 minutes. It will delete the machines.
Okay.
మనం చేసేటప్పుడు కీ పేరుని కూడా అసైన్ చేసుకుంటే బెస్ట్ నెక్స్ట్ టైం. ఓకే. సో నెక్స్ట్ టైం మిషన్స్ ని కనెక్ట్ మేనేజ్ కూడా చేయొచ్చు. ప్రస్తుతానికైతే మీరు ఇది డిలీట్ కాకలే. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ deleted, you can remove that particular pod from the EKS environment. You can refresh the browser level, not on the console level. Overall browser level, you can refresh it. Shutting down. Okay.
Yeah.
It's shutting down. It will work. Okay.
Good.
You make
Okay.
it 0.
Yeah.
Whenever you don't want to use, no, make it 0. Whenever you want practice, you can set 111. It will create the server. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. So some kind of automation. This is the one. Okay. We can control everything through EC2 console itself. So don't delete anything. So
Yeah.
we need to add on to the particular environment. We have to deliver applications to the end users. Huh?
Okay.
We'll create 2 more manifest files going forward. And with that manifest files, we will create a number of pods and in the number of pods we can deploy the different applications. So that's our job is over. But one thing, the configuration, everything is very tough job only. You need to set up step by step only. You need to do that. There is no other way.
Rajesh,
Okay. Yeah.
yesterday I seen that video up to Hyper-V something he did
He
Mahesh
fixed
na.
it actually. He fixed
How
it.
to fix that issue? I am also getting same issue sometimes.
You can go to add a remove programs in the system control. There is option called some services will be there. Hyper-V, once you select the next, it will try to install on the machine. After that, the machine will reboot. So once you reboot, you can check that Minikube CTL status, then it will
Okay.
work. That's it, right,
Okay.
Mahesh? So I think we didn't do anything. So even at today morning, I called Mahesh and I take an update. So absolutely, it's working fine after installing the Hyper-V because of virtualized environment is required. Okay.
Yeah.
Virtualization is ultimately it's
Yes,
a
right.
main services to run it. If you don't have a Hyper-V, you can install. There is a service name called VMware Workstation. It's a free software. VMware Workstation.
Okay.
Even VMware Fusion also is there. You can install it. Sorry,
Okay.
not Fusion.
Okay.
VMware PlayStation, I think.
Today I will try
VM,
all the steps.
you can try. So
Yeah.
I think in the video clearly we explained it how to install the Hyper-V on the Windows 10 machine. You can try for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Why I was missing, no? Because of my system is always Hyper-V, VMware
Right.
Workstation. These all are installed.
Right.
Okay. So in that thought, I was thinking that even Mahesh mission also same. I think we are going to run for 2 days. We wasted our time actually. Even after I realized that, okay, I read that some message on the website in the Minikube website. They clearly mentioned that okay, you need a Docker, you need some kind of thing. No, so we checked the Docker. Docker is not working actually. So after that, we realizing after uninstall and reinstall Docker, we checked that. So virtualized environment, we checked that like a VMware workstation Hyper-V. Okay, we are missing Hyper-V. So then we will go to add a remote program and we installed it. Then we fix that problem. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Rajesh.
No problem.
Enabling Hyper-V was good.
Sorry,
Enabling Hyper-V was good for this Minikube.
Hyper-V services we need to enable, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
that
that's
was
it.
good.
So you can check that services also will be there. Hyper-V. If you go to services.msc, Hyper-V service should be running. You can check that. Services.msc. You can go and check that Hyper-V service should be running. Once you install, then only you will get a Hyper-V services showing on the services.msc. Otherwise, no. Mahesh, you can check from your system. Services.msc and you can check Hyper-V service is showing. See, there's a
Hyper-V.
Hyper-V host service. Hyper-V HV host service is running. Mahesh, you can check and let me know. So in your screen also same services are running or stopped. It is showing, Mahesh.
My system was hanged.
Okay, no
I'll
problem. Definitely it'll be there. You can check that. Okay, no issues. So please check, and in case any problem, please let me know. We can work on that. And I already shared the sample pod XML YML file. Sorry, pod.yml file. You can download and you can utilize it. So next time we will be come with some kind of sample program, and I'll update it in my um, GitHub account. So you can fork it and you can use it and you can create your new manifest files and you can update on your account, and you can deploy the applications on your Kubernetes environment.
Yeah, Hyper-V is working.
It's working, right? Okay, good.
Hyper service is running.
Okay. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.